Welcome to EPG Pathshala. Manjusha, Department of Public Administration, Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra. In this session, we will be deliberating on Ministry of Finance. To start with, considering the significance of finance for the economy, judicial management of financial resources is must in the interest of the nation. Financial management is the primary responsibility of the Ministry of Finance. It looks after the financial business of the Union government and is the custodian of public funds. Vast financial powers have been vested in it. Ministry of Finance comprises of Finance Minister, Minister of State and 5 departments. Its position is very powerful in the Union government. Finance is one of the most essential resources for the functioning of any organization. As a key factor of production, finance, capital or money is the building block of the economy. It is a finance which is invested to produce goods and services and generate income. Considering the immense significance of finance for the economy, its judicious management is essential. This gives rise to the need for financial management. Financial management is a fundamental aspect of public governance. It is primarily concerned with efficient management of financial resources. It broadly comprises of budgetary process, mobilization of financial resources and their allocation, expenditure management, prioritization of programs and projects, maintenance of accounts, audit, and assessment of impact of program and projects. Financial management is the primary responsibility of Department or Ministry of Finance. The Finance Department existed in ancient times. It always remained a leading department in all the kingdoms. In modern times, the separate Department of Finance came into existence in the year 1810. With the attainment of independence, Department of Finance became Ministry of Finance. In the Government of India Rules 1961, the Ministry of Finance is mentioned at position number 13 in the first schedule. The headquarters of Ministry of Finance is located in North Block, Cabinet Secretariat, Revenue, New Delhi. Now students, we will be talking about the role of Ministry of Finance in public financial management. Financial powers have been conferred on Ministry of Finance by Government of India, Transaction of Business Rules 1961. The Ministry of Finance looks after the financial business of the Union government and manages its finance. It is the custodian of public funds and exercises controlling powers in financial matters. It is responsible for the preparation of annual financial statement, or you can say budget, of the Union government, passing it through the Parliament and supervising its execution by the ministry or departments. It is also responsible for mobilization of public resources, collection of revenue, and controlling public expenditure. It gives advice and guidance to administrative ministries on the matters of financial nature. The Government of India Transaction of Business Rule 1961 provides in Rule 4 that unless the case is fully covered by the power to sanction expenditure or to appropriate or reappropriate funds conferred by any journal or special order made by Ministry of Finance, no department shall, without the previous concurrence of the Ministry of Finance, issue any order which may involve any revenue or involve any expenditure for which no provision has been made in the Appropriation Act, involve any grant of land or assignment of revenue or concession, grant, license, forest rights or right to power, water power or any easement or privilege in respect of such concessions related to the number or grade of posts or to the strength of service or to the pay or allowances of government servants to any other condition of the service having financial implications or otherwise have a financial bearing whether involving expenditure or not. This was rule number 4. Rule number 5. Request for papers states that the finance minister may call for papers from any department in which financial considerations is involved. The Department of Expenditure of Ministry of Finance has framed the General Financial Rules in 2005. These rules are to be followed by all offices of Government of India while dealing with the financial matters. These rules vest vast financial powers in the Ministry of Finance. Rule number 4, Departmental Regulation of Financial Character, provides that all departmental regulation insofar as embody orders or instructions of financial character or have important financial bearing shall be made by or with the approval of the Finance Minister. After rule number 5, we'll talk about rule number 14. It specifies that an administrator or a head of a department responsible for the collection of revenue shall keep the Finance Ministry fully informed of the progress of collection of revenue under his control and all the important variation in such collection as compared with budget estimates. Rule number 23, Delegation of Financial Powers, provides that the financial powers of the government which have not been delegated to a subordinate authority shall vest in Finance Ministry. General Financial Rule 1961. The Ministry of Finance is responsible for determining the general principles of government accounting. Accordingly, it framed government accounting rules in the year 1990. It came out with budget manual in the year 2010, which details the procedure and activities involved in preparation of annual budget. The Ministry of Finance publishes annually its flagship document, that is, Economic Survey. Economic Survey reviews the development which have taken place in an economy in the last 12 months, presents the performance of major development programs in the summary form, and draws attention towards the policy initiatives of the Union government and economic prospects from short to medium term. Number of other documents covering various sectors of the economy have been published by Ministry of Finance. These comprises of annual budget, mid-year review, quarterly review, status report of India external debt, public debt management strategy, detailed demand for grants, outcome budget, Indian public finance statistics, brochure on pay and allowances, working paper, and other reports on financial matters. Recently, it has published an e-book on governance. The position of Ministry of Finance is very powerful in the Union government. Its scope of functioning is quite wide. It is largely effectively carrying out its role in financial management of the country. Now we'll be talking about the organizational structure of Ministry of Finance. The Ministry of Finance, as I have already said, comprises of Finance Minister, Minister of State, and 5 departments. These 5 departments are Department of Economic Affairs, Department of Expenditure, Department of Revenue, Department of Disinvestment, and Department of Financial Services. The business allocated to the following departments are: Department of Economic Affairs deals with foreign exchange management. In foreign exchange management, it deals with Administration of Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999, policies relating to exchange rate of rupee, management of the foreign exchange resources, foreign and non-resident Indian investment, Indian direct overseas investment, matter concerning commercial borrowing from abroad, matter concerning gold and silver, approval for foreign travel of ministers of state government, union territories, members of state legislature, union territories, and state government officials. It deals with management of external debt also. After foreign exchange management business, Department of Economic Affairs also deals with foreign aid for economic development. All matters relating to India Development Forum, loans, credit and grants from foreign countries, special agencies, non-governmental agencies and voluntary bodies, loan and credit and grants from multilateral agencies, withdrawal of borrowing from international monetary funds and policy for private sector financing from international finance corporation. Technical and economic assistance received by India. Technical assistance given by India to the member countries of Colombo Plan. All matters relating to the meeting of Colombo Plan Council and Consultative Committee of the Plan. All matters relating to the credit extended by Government of India to other countries except Nepal, Bhutan and Bangladesh. Technical assistance received by India from or given to foreign government, international institutions and organizations. All matters concerning United Nations Development Program, Foreign Investment Promotion Boards, policy issues, relating to United Nations Fund for Population Activities and contribution to the specialized agencies of the United Nations and other UN bodies. All matters relating to foreign volunteer programs in India. All funding by United Nations agencies. Commonwealth Fund for Technical Cooperation. Apart from these, deals with domestic finance also. All matters relating to currency and coinage, the security and currency printing presses, the security paper mills and the mints, production and supply of currency note paper, currency and bank notes and coins. Policy measures for regulation and development of security market and investor protection. New investments and security for mobilizing resources from the capital market. Investment policy, investment patterns for employees provident fund and like provident funds. Financial policy in regard to the process of disinvestment and all matters relating to tax-free bonds. Duties and power of control of Auditor General, laying of audit reports before the Parliament, financial emergency, government guarantees, function of treasurer of charitable endowment for India. It also deals with management of Indian economic services. Management of Indian economic services is scattered and all matters pertaining to it. It also gives economic advice to the government on internal and external aspect of the economic management. It deals with certain miscellaneous acts like the Government Saving Banking Act 1873, Section 20 of the Indian Trustee Act 1882, the Metal Token Act 1889, the Indian Coinage Act 1906, the Indian Security Act 1920, the Currency Ordinance 1940, the Unit Trust of India Act 1963, the Legal Tender Act 1964, the Public Provident Fund Act 1968, the Small Coins Act 1971. Apart from this, it has the responsibility of the budget too. Preparation of the central budget other than treasury budget, and when a proclamation by the President as to failure of constitutional machinery is in operation in relation to a state or union territory, preparation of the budget of such state or union territory. Market borrowing program of the central and state governments and government guarantee institutions. Floating of market loans by central government and issue and discharge of treasury bills. Administration of Public Debt Act 1944. Monitoring of budgetary position of the central government. Finance Commission. Resource of 5-year and annual plans. National Deposit Scheme, Special Deposit Scheme, Compulsory Deposit Scheme and other deposit schemes of the central government. Small savings also. Now we will be taking into consideration the business allocation done to the Department of Expenditure. Financial rules and regulation and delegation of financial powers. Financial sections relating to all ministries and offices of the Government of India. Review of the staffing of government establishments. Advice to ministries in government undertaking on the cost account matters. Attending to cost investigation work on their behalf. Indian Audit and Account Department. matters relating to Controller and Auditor General, release of central assistance for the State Annual Plan, Centre's share of State Calamity Relief Fund, assistance from National Calamity Contingency Fund, upgradation grants and grants for rural, urban local bodies, and other grants as recommended by the successive finance commissions. Participation in formulation of annual 5-year plans of the central ministries and public sector undertaking, assessment of internal and extra budgetary resources of central public sector undertaking for funding the plan, appraisal and approval of plan investment, expenditure proposals of central ministries, central public sector undertakings, matters relating to expenditure, finance committees, public investment boards, procedures, and secretariat work for the public investment board. Now we'll be talking about the business allotted to Department of Revenue. All matters relating to Central Board of Excise and Custom and Central Board of Direct Taxes. Grant in aid to the National Institute of Public Finance and Policy. Stamp duties on bills of exchange, checks, promissory notes, bill of lading, letter of credit, policies of insurance, transfer of shares, debentures, etc. All questions relating to income tax, corporate tax, capital gain tax, estate duty, wealth tax, expenditure tax, gift tax, and also question relating to Railway Passenger Fare Act. Administration of Benami Transaction Act 1988. Administration of excise in the Union Territories. Administration of medicinal and toilet preparation. Now, Department of Financial Services. In case of Department of Financial Services, it deals with insurance, that is, policy relating to general insurance, Administration of Insurance Act 1938, and the General Insurance Business Act 1972 and related matters, general insurance and reinsurance companies in the public sector. Policy relating to life insurance, administration of the Life Insurance Corporation Act 1956 and related matters of Life Insurance Corporation of India. Administration of Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority Act 1999 and related matters. The responsibility of central government relating to the matters concerning centrally administered areas. Department of Financial Services also deals with banking. All matters related to Indian banks, whether nationalized or not. All matters relating to foreign banks so far as an operation in India is concerned. All matters relating to Reserve Bank of India. All matters relating to cooperative banks. Matter concerning All India Development Financial Institution. Matter concerning Export-Import Bank of India. Administration of the Shipping Development Fund Committee Act 1986. Matter relating to Infrastructure Development, Finance Corporation and Infrastructure Leasing Act 1955. All matters relating to cultivation of poppy, manufacture of affiant, derivates from such affiant, sale of such affiant and affiant derivative and exercise of control thereon. Administration of narcotic drugs. All matters relating to international convention, agreement, protocols in respect of narcotic drugs. All matters relating to customs, matters relating to central excise, sale tax, all matters relating to economic intelligence, matters relating to custom excise and service tax, all matters covered by Smugglers and Foreign Exchange Manipulator Act 1976. Matters relating to National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, Administration of Regional Rural Development Act, Bank Act 1976, matters relating to implementation of State Financial Corporation 1951, matter relating to implementation of the Sikh Industries Companies Act 1985, all matters relating to National Housing Bank, matters relating to scrutinizing and foreclosures, then Administration of Banking Regulation Act 1949, the banking companies, Administration of State Bank India Act 1955, Reserve Bank of India Amendment and Miscellaneous Provision Act 1953. Now the functions related to pension reform. In case of financial services, all issues and policy matters relating to pension reform, including the new pension system. Now we'll be talking about Department of Disinvestment. All matters relating to disinvestment of central government equity from central public sector undertaking and all matters relating to sale of central government equity through offer for sale or private placement in erstwhile central public sector undertaking. Decision on the recommendation of the Disinvestment Commission on the modalities of disinvestment, implementation of disinvestment decision. Disinvestment Commission financial policy in regard to the utilization of proceeds of disinvestment channelized into National Investment Fund. Now we will focus on organizational setup of Department of Ministry of Finance. Let's have a look into the Department of Economic Affairs. The organizational setup is as such. We have Account and Audit Division, Administration Division, Bilateral Cooperation Division, Budget Division, Capital Market Division, Currency and Coinage Division, Economic Division, Indian Economic Service Division, Infrastructure and Energy Division, Investment Division, Integrated Finance Division, Middle Office Debt Management, Multilateral Institution Division, Multilateral Relation Division, Press Relation Information Division, and Office of Chief Controller of Accounts. In case of Department of Expenditure, we have Direct Benefit Transfer, Establishment Division, State Finance Division, Plan 1, Plan Finance 2nd Division, Procurement Policy Division, Staff Inspection Unit, Pay Research Unit, Office of Chief Advisor, Cost, then Controller General of Accounts, National Institute of Financial Management, Central Pension Accounting Officer, Office of Chief Controller of Accounts. In case of Department of Financial Services, we have Banking Division, we have Insurance Division, and we have Pension Division. While in case of Department of Disinvestment, we have only Disinvestment Decision. To sum up, it can be said that the Ministry of Finance is one of the most important ministry of Government of India. Its primary role is that public financial management. For this vast financial powers have been wasted in it. Over the years, Ministry of Finance has continued to function efficiently, and this has been able to maintain the robustness of Indian economy. Thank you.